Hi, and welcome back to
Inspired to Game. I'm Sean.
And I'm Lola. Today we are talking about our top 5 Gen Con lists, because guess what? We're not going. But if we were, these are the games that we'd be looking at, and these are the games that excite us most about all of the 500 plus new games that are going to be at Gen Con.
Okay, now it's 5 from each of us, so it's 10 in total.
Yes. Okay.
Pre-warn you what you're in for.
We are going to start with, you know what? Honestly, mine aren't really necessarily in any order. Bonsai. So Bonsai is a game that I actually first heard about from Board Game Sanctuary. This is a horrible channel for me because I always see things on his list that he shows that I fall in love with. He presents everything really well, and we have very similar tastes. So Bonsai is a game I'm interested in because I love the theme of growing a bonsai tree. It's a simple game with tile placement, I believe, and it just looks beautiful, so that is on my radar.
And actually that was on my list as well, so for very similar reasons. The theme of the bonsai tree is really great, and I knew that a nature-themed game would be right up Lola's alley, so I'm really looking forward to that one as well.
So I guess that's probably one we're getting. Yay! Next on my list is Neotopia. This is a game coming out by Arcane Wonders where you are building a harmonious, futuristic world. I love the theme of it, and the artwork looks fantastic as well, so it really grabbed my eye.
Okay. So on my list is Queen by Midnight. The idea that it says it is deck, bag, and pool building, and those three together sound really interesting. I'm really interested to see how they work together. The theme of it is that you are fighting to see who becomes the ruler before the end of the night.
Oh, interesting. I haven't heard of this one, so I missed that. Cool. The next one on my list is Luthier. Now, this is by designer Dave Beck, who brought us Distilled, and we loved that game so much, and the craftsmanship of it was spectacular, and it was a top-notch game. So this is a game where you're crafting musical instruments, and it includes worker placement and hidden bidding.
Okay, I had come across that, and it seemed familiar, and I was just kind of rapidly trying to. And now I know why it sounded familiar. Like, yes, that would have been on my list as well. So what I did put on my list was the Ticket to Ride Legacy. I think we enjoyed Ticket to Ride in the beginning of our career here, or the beginning of the hobby. And I think we like Legacy games as well. And I think it'd be really interesting to see how a Ticket to Ride Legacy comes together.
The next on my list is Paradox Initiative. Now, I love this for the theme. In this game, you play as mad scientists trying to gather or claim strands of space-time from the multiverse, something like that. But the theme is exciting, and it looks like a really fun game to play by Elf Creek Games, so that's one that I'm looking forward to.
And again, that was one that made it onto my list. I had not heard about it originally, and then I came across it just kind of exploring around and went, wow, that sounds really kind of cool. And Lola informed me at that point that she had already heard of it and had already taken steps.
I actually pre-ordered it from our game store for last Christmas, saying that, oh, it'll be a Christmas present for us, but it still hasn't delivered yet, so we're waiting on that, but looking forward to it.
Maybe it'll be a Christmas present this year.
Now, my next is Redwood. This is one that if you watch my 2023 most anticipated list, it was on that. This looks like a gorgeous game, an environmental nature-based game where you're playing wildlife photographers that includes some interesting line of sight and some mechanics that I haven't really seen before. So this is one that we had pledged on Kickstarter, and we cannot wait for its fulfillment because it looks like an amazing game.
Now, I don't want to just say me too, because that was also on my list, so instead I'll go with, I did make some alternates. So in kind of the same vein of an interesting mechanic with view is Stifling Dark. Stifling Dark just has another interesting viewing mechanic. It's a flashlight, I believe, in this respect, that shows you what parts of the map you can see and move to and search. that we haven't seen in other hidden movement games before.
Yeah, and it's also a little unique as a hidden movement game too, because it's not a hunting type situation. So that's kind of a unique thing. Very often in the one versus many game, the many is hunting the one, and in this case they're not, and the one is kind of hunting them in the shadows sort of thing. So that is one we had pledged as well and are looking forward to. But it's neat how many we share from our list as well, so that's really cool. But those are the first 5 things that really caught our eye of games that will be featured at GenCon this year. If you are going, you may want to check them out because they look exciting. I do have one that I wanted to add to our list as an honorable mention, and that's Vrahode, the Kaltarine Ascension. Now this is the first of 4 games in the Vrahode game system by Jeff Irving. If you were with us at the beginning of the year, you saw we did an extensive interview with him on this game system, and it really captured our imagination, and we're really very excited for it. It's slotted for a release of the Kickstarter campaign at the beginning of 2024. So if you are at Gen Con, go by Jeff Irving's table at Weathervane Games and check out Vrahode, because this looks like it's going to be a really amazing adventure crawler campaign style game with an epic storyline. And tell him I said hi.
And me too.
Okay.
We said hi.
I can only speak to myself, about myself.
I said hi, but not this jerk. So anyway, I wanted to mention a couple of games because we were involved in some of the early playtesting. Was Life of the Amazonia, which is one of the first games that, well, actually the first game that kicked our channel off because we were doing playtesting and wanted to get the word out. And Wild Gardens, another game that we did some playtesting with as well.
Yeah, I'm really excited for both those games. We still have our prototype of Life of the Amazonia, and it will always have such a special place in our heart because this is the game that started us off as a channel. And Bad Comic Games is an amazing company filled with amazing, wonderful people, and this is a fantastic game. It's absolutely beautiful. We do have our video review of it, which is, like I said, I think it was the first review we ever did, so you can check that out. We will leave a link to that as well. So great one to check out, and
Be gentle when you do.
I don't go back to look at those ones because it's like, I don't know, I think it'd be scary. And you know what? I'll probably feel like that in another year too, because we're always growing and always adapting and hopefully improving. But those are great honorable mentions. So if you're going to Gen Con, have so much fun.
Look for us there because you won't find us.
We'll be hidden in the shadows. It's our own one versus many hidden movement
That's
game.
it. It's a hide and seek. If you find us, we'll give you $100.
Thank you so much for watching today.
Check out some of our other videos.
And as always, happy gaming,
folks.
folks.